Good Sunday, YouTubers. It's your boy Focus Motion. It's a Sunday, January 23rd. I got my coffee right here. Big coffee for a big grind today. However, before I grind, I'm going to be going to church and learn some good words about God and keeping the faith and keeping it all good. And yeah, that's a good way to start my morning aside from coffee. So looking forward to doing that. You can't beat coffee though, and the Word of God. But the Word of God better than coffee, and we all know that. So anyways, I was looking at my other blog, or my last blog entry, and I noticed that it failed to upload. And what I do with my blog, video logs, what I do, basically I just record straight from YouTube, and it just uploads, and there you go. So there's no file that I save and I upload it or whatever. Now that I'm talking about it, actually, you know, I'm starting to think about maybe I should start recording through a different program, and then I can start editing and stuff like that. So that'd be kind of cool. So throw some graphics up there, throw some, you know, sparkling stuff, whatever, what have you. Make my video log a little bit more appealing to the masses, even though the masses is only maybe one person or zero, but it's still make it appealing, right? But if you stumble upon the blog of Focus Motion, like, who's Focus Motion? What's going on with Focus Motion? And you see, oh, you know, decent video log. I mean, you know, got some graphics, you know, I can understand what he's saying somewhat. Needs to lose about 30 pounds because, you know, he looks kind of overweight, you know, what have you. It's still going to be something interesting. So, yeah. Speaking of the last video log entry, I'm not quite sure exactly what I spoke on that, so I had to look at the other video, the prior video log entry, and it was the Wednesday hump day where I went to the tax man and whatnot. But later that night, I played the 1500 6 max. I don't know if it was freeze out. It's a freeze out, yeah. Real quick to back up though. Prior to that Wednesday, I think a couple days prior, the Monday or Tuesday, I won the 3500 and I took third in the 1500 freeze out. So fast forward a couple days later, I'm playing the freeze out again on Wednesday, the 1500 shorthand, so 6 max. And I said, redemption is needed, son. It's needed. So sure enough, I ran super good. Got my money in good. A lot of times got my money in bad, but happened to pull out the proverbial 2 outers or whatnot, what have you, in some dramatic sick fashion, run a flushes or run a gutter ball. You know, it was one of those things where, you know, it kind of standard happens, but yeah, so I banked it. So I banked that tournament, so I made it for my third place showing on Monday or Tuesday, what have you. So yeah, so I'm looking at my short scope now because I'm not quite sure exactly what transpired from then to now. I mean, I do have a couple things to talk about, exciting things that I'm really excited about. But let's see, so we look at that was done on the 19th, so we kind of fast forward a couple days, and interestingly enough, it didn't play on the 20th. What's the 20th? The 20th was a Thursday. Oh yeah, that's right, Thursday. I didn't play it throughout the day because I was doing errands, and I took my brother to the airport. He went to the Philippines with his wife Gladys. They just recently got married, so they went to go on honeymoon. So I drove them to SFO, which is San Francisco International Airport, and they just flew into the deep blue skies. And when they get to the Philippines, they say mabuhay, which means hello, welcome. Which also means goodbye too. So you say mabuhay, hello, and then mabuhay, goodbye. It's like aloha, I think, same thing, right? Aloha, hello, aloha, goodbye. I think, I'm not sure. anyway, moving along. We have the 20th, yeah, and then so I did play later that night, but of course we're looking at Eastern time, so it logged me in as the 21st. I played a couple tournaments, blah blah blah, nothing happening. I won a satellite on the 21st, which was $11. 21st. I'm sorry, I'm trying to backtrack here. Where we at? Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. I played $11 satellite and I won a $60 ticket. And it was dramatic too because I remember it clearly. We were heads up. First place gets a ticket, a $60 ticket. And the dude was playing kind of spewy-ish or so. We're kind of equal in chips. I'm on the button, I raise, he called. I mean, I'm raising always. Flop comes queen high. I have queen with a 6 kicker. And I forget the sequence exactly, but basically we get it in on the flop. He has queen jack, had me crushed completely. Of course, miraculously, I bank a 6 on the turn. And it's a good game, you know. Unlucky bro, bad beat kind of deal, right? And he's a real cool cat. Let me, you know, I'll give him a shout out here because, you know, I felt like pretty brutal. Pull in 4OS is the name. So, well, no, it was a sick beat, but I made it to good use because, excuse me, because I know I'm rambling, guys. I apologize because, man. Come on now. I did like minimize everything, so I lost all my research results from Chartsville because I took that ticket and I played a couple more tournaments on the 21st. Didn't do so hot, and then well, we'll go back to the ticket later. But then going in that time sequence chronological, I played the 30R. I think it was the 10K basically, and the 10K, yours truly ran deep in the 10K, and I made the final table. That's right. I made the final table, and it was a dream final table in a sense, a bunch of short stackers. In a sense, I was somewhat short, but not short. I open, ace jack, chip leader calls, flop comes an ace high, I bet, chip leader calls, the turn comes another ace. At that point my stack to pot ratio was, you know, heavier toward the pot than the stack, so I get it in, like 2/3 get it in. 2/3 of the pot is my get it in basically, so I shove, he snaps, he has ace queen, he game me. I didn't think he had a strong ace because he didn't raise, you know, but it's, you know, it is what it is. And so I took 10th on that, and I was really disappointed because I believe first was like about $3 grand or something like that, and I was really hoping for $3 grand. I was hoping for first because, you know, it'd be nice to pick a 10K tournament for first, but it is what it is. So moving along, moving along, fast forward to the next day, the 22nd. I take that $60 ticket and I go and play the $60 satellite to get into the Bay 101 main satellite, which is a $460 ticket, and yours truly got a seat. So pull in 4OS, you know that your ticket, that bad beat, was not in vain. You allowed me to get a seat in the 460. So I'm much appreciated. That's really cool. I'm stoked about that. And after that, I played a couple more tournaments, and played the 5K 6-hand. And the 5K 6-hand was interesting because I ran deep again, made the final table again, and was doing really well. We had one short stack. I was like 4th in chips, I believe, and I was on the button. I had 7s. If I raised, I believe if I raised, I'd have a little bit over 12K behind. And we've had talks about this. Me and my good poker colleague, we talked about this, and he was always stressing that turbos are unique in the sense that you don't have to conform or adhere to the 10 big blind rule. So you're not short if you have 10 big blinds. Now, I'm not quite sure. I believe I know I made a mistake, because the reason why I say this is because I'm on the button. I have 7 wired in the hole. If I open my standard, I'm about 12 big blinds behind. The small blind is relatively short in the sense that if I get it in, he's pretty much crippled if he calls. The big blind, if he calls, he's crippled too. Basically, anybody that calls my stack gets crippled or knocked out. I think that's what it was. But it was folded to me. I'm on the button. I think I like an open versus a shove, because small blind or the big blind, they have an opportunity to wake up with a hand, and it's very unlikely they do wake up with a hand. However, the problem was not the small blind, but the big blind, because the big blind was super tight. His stats were super tight. I had a lot of hands played against him. Now, in hindsight, and now that I understand it better, opening there is a better idea versus open shoving, because if he played back at me, he's pretty much telling me he had a hand, because he's tight. That's how tight he is, right? And knowing what he had, he would definitely play back at me. And so I think he had jacks or queens, one of those two. Yeah, so I shoved. He tanked for a minute, which is cool. I mean, he didn't snap it. I mean, he felt like there could be a chance he'd be behind, but he can't fold there. It's 6-handed, you know, or 5-handed at the time, whatever, what have you. And yeah, he snapped with. He didn't snap. He called queens or jacks. I don't know which one it was. Either way, it holds, and I busted in 5th, and I was extremely disappointed because first was 1,700, and if you recall, like earlier that week, Monday or Tuesday, what it was, I took first in the 3,500 freeze out, or not 3,500 2 by 1 add-on, and I broke my personal record of 1K win, right? Over 1K win. So it was like 1,050, whatever. Now I would have broken that record if I won the 5K shorthand, and I would have banked it would be like $1,700, which would have been nice. More primarily because I like the fact that I'm in it for the win, so that makes me the happiest, right? The money that comes in is icing on the cake. So you know, yeah, the money's nice, and, you know, I appreciate it totally, but I'm always in it for the win. So it kind of disappointing. I really didn't like my play there. I just let them play too perfect. I think, you know, if he has handy calls, we don't have handy folds. I mean, there's no need for me to get in. I mean, like if he was short stack, like he had 20 bigs. I don't know, sorry. If he had like 20K and I had like 80 something K, then yeah, of course, shoving there is fine, right? I mean, if he had a hand, he had a hand. If he doesn't, he's gonna fold, and he's gonna, you know, whatever. He might call the worst of it, right? Whatever. But yeah, so not happy with my play. People gave me props, good game, whatever. To be honest, it was a good game, but you know, I got left in some spots. But that last hand, it wasn't a good game. It was kind of like, I don't know. I think I just I did record that final table. I did record the 10K final table. I might merge them together so it's like a 2 videos in one, because it just doesn't feel like, you know, it would. Yeah, roughly 15 minutes in each. So I might merge the 2 in one. I think YouTube allows me to post videos longer than 15 minutes. I don't know how long it is, but what have you. We're getting close to the 15-minute mark, so really quick, I want to tell you guys, keep God first, keep the faith, go to church if you can, pray, and yeah, you'll see me grinding a lot. I'll play the 50K today, and all those good tournaments, so I'll upload a video, final table video, if possible. If it's 50K, I will definitely do that. Alright guys, keep focusing, peace.